Charles Barkley joined us yesterday. We were waiting. You know, usually what happens is once the show is over, we kind of stay here on our set, and then we wait till the golfers get done with their round or they're done with, being on the practice range. And all of a sudden we looked over, and here was Charles Barkley coming up, and he greeted me by saying, Dan, you're a coward.
Dan, why don't you play in this tournament? Oh, I guess you injured this year. Dan, this is the best week of the year.
I would play if I could play with you because I know that I would beat you.
Dan, you can't beat me now.
You have the worst odds to win this thing.
I don't even understand that.
I do.
No, I don't even understand that because last year I came in 58th. So how do they have – that's 30 more people. How can they have me dead last if I beat 30-some people last year? Am I right?
I'm betting on you to better your score from last year.
Well, they got me top 65, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to beat that.
I'm going under.
Me too.
Yeah. How much you going to bet on yourself?
Well, last year I wanted to bet $500,000 on it.
And did you?
So, no, this is a true story. I placed the bet, and then they tell me I can't do it. They say it's illegal for me to bet on myself. I said, which is total BS, I might add. I guess they knew I was going to win. But they told me it's illegal for you to bet on yourself. I'm like, if I bet myself to lose, that would be illegal.
But boxers get to bet on themselves.
I don't know. I think they were just full of crap, to be honest with you, Dan.
I would have placed the bet for you.
I would like you to do that. But yeah, they told me it was illegal, which I didn't understand.
Okay, so you can give me $500,000.
Yes.
And I can bet on you.
Yes. Let's see if they'll take that this year.
And do I get a finder's fee or do I get?
Did you put any money in?
No.
You didn't put any money in. So if I lose, do you got to find a unfound fee?
No. What's the number one question, basketball-wise, that you'll get out here?
I have not. I just got in last night. I have not been asked any basketball question yet, to be honest with you. I have not been asked one basketball question. Well, I've only did probably 2 quick interviews, nothing, this is the most formal one I've done. But I have not been asked one basketball question. But to answer your question was, the number one question I'm probably going to be asked is, how close are the Rockets to the Thunder? And who's going to be favored in the East? Which are 2 very good questions because I don't know. Because basketball is not played on paper, it's played in the gym. And I have no idea who the favorite in the East. Did the Rockets get better? Probably. Are they as good as Oklahoma City? I don't know. But the question with the East, I'd have to do some serious thinking because I like the Miles Turner going with Giannis. The Knicks are going to be solid. I like what Orlando did. Atlanta had a great offseason.
They did. They did pretty well.
But all that stuff is just window dressing. When the basketball starts in October, that's when it starts. Everything looks great on paper.
DeAndre Ayton going to the Lakers, what's that solve?
They got bigger. They got bigger. But their second best player is going to be 41, 42 years old. Can he stay healthy? Is Luka going to be in shape? Are they better than the Rockets? Are they better than Oklahoma City? Are they better than Denver? Those are great questions. Because Aiden, I got to go by his track record. And it's not a good track record. They needed a big guy, but are they better in Oklahoma City, Houston, or Denver? I would not say so, no.
Do you think you know more about football than you do basketball?
I admire football more than I do basketball. It takes a tremendous amount of courage to play football. I played for one day, and I realized I was a puss. I was like, damn, they really are hitting out here.
But you were a big guy in high school.
I wasn't that big. I grew from 5'10" to 6'5", but I was like 5'10" when I played football that one day. But even now, to go out on a football field, you can cheat in basketball. You don't have to play defense. You can be a one-way offensive player. You can cheat. You cannot cheat in football. If you step on that football field, it's kind of the same thing with boxing. The reason football and boxing are my two favorite sports, it takes tremendous courage. You cannot step on a football field. If you're not all in, you're going to have to quit. I mean, it's just dangerous. Same thing with boxing. You can't cheat football and boxing. You can cheat in some other sports, but in football and boxing, you have to be all in.
I think best athletes are hockey players. To do it on the ice,
well,
with the sticks, they get to hit you with the sticks.
Well, I would love to beat the hell out of some people and only get and only get punished for 2 minutes. Can you imagine that? You get to knock the hell out of somebody and only get punished for 2 minutes. That'd be like a dream come true.
Okay, how many players would you, looking back, like to have that? I get to beat you up and I am only out 2 minutes for roughing.
Bill Laimbeer, ML Carr, Popeye Jones. Because Popeye Jones is one player who dominated me every time I played against him. I would love to just knock the hell out of him for 2 minutes.
But when you see Laimbeer, you're good?
We're good. Yo, dude, all that stuff should be good. Dude, we 60-year-old. If you're 60 years old and still fighting, you're a punk. Anybody who's still fighting is 60. Anybody who's fighting past 25 is a punk. Unless, like, if you're a grown person, you young and dumb and stupid, you get in a fight every now and then. But once you're a grown person, you shouldn't be fighting. Anybody fighting once you pass 30 is just a loser. You see these videos where people out here fighting, you say to yourself, what a damn fool, what an idiot.
Where would you be if you didn't play basketball?
Wow. That's a great question. I believe my work ethic would make me successful, but I don't know, because I've never did anything but basketball. But I believe my work ethic in basketball helped me be successful, because you got to have more than talent to be successful. But I probably would be like a regular worker, like in a factory somewhere, because nobody's going to say I didn't work hard. But I wasn't going to be overly smart. I'm not going to tell that lie. But I think I would have been successful at something. Probably better been factory related.
But, okay, when do you get that personality? When do you realize you have personality? When can you entertain? When can you make people laugh?
Well, that should be easy.
But you were in high school? You in college?
No, it didn't happen until I got to the NBA, once I realized I'd made it. See, your life happiness should be dictated by how good your life is. Like, Dan, anybody who plays sports should be the happiest person in the world. You think about it. We get paid $1 gazillion to do something that's stupid. Think about it. And I'm not saying that to be humble or whatever. Like, I was sitting there when I first started making my, like, these people paying me millions of dollars to dribble a stupid-ass basketball. They're paying me millions of dollars to wear shoes. I should always be in a good mood. And I really live my life. People say, man, you're always in a good mood. I said, why wouldn't I be in a good mood? Like, every NBA player should be like, man, these people are paying me millions of dollars to dribble a stupid ball. Like, my first contract was 4 years, $2 million. I was number 5 pick in the draft. That guy today is probably going to get a 4-year deal for 30, 40 million. He should be happy from day one.
Yeah.
I was happy from day one. So,
well, I saw where Devin Booker got a 2-year extension. He's going to get over $70 million a year.
He should be the happiest person. He should just go around shaking people's hands.
Yeah, but he plays for the Suns. How happy can he be?
Well, he's going to be happy twice a month, the 1st and the 15th. Hey, the 1st and the 15th, he's going to be real damn happy. God bless these guys for how much money they make. I made more money than Dr. J and Bill Russell and those guys. But these guys should all be in a good mood, Dan. I mean, think about it. Devin Booker, who's a hell of a player, going to make $70 million to dribble a stupid basketball. Why shouldn't he be in a good mood? He's the luckiest dude in the world. I mean, all these dudes. I saw Chet Holmgren got 200-some million. Shea just got 300 million. Why wouldn't you be in a good mood? You work 6, 7 months a year. You get $200-300 a day per diem. You stay at the Ritz-Carlton the Four Seasons. You work a couple hours a day, 4 days a week. What you not happy about?
Keeping that good mood. We'll continue with Charles Barkley right after this. We spent some time yesterday with Charles Barkley. We gave you part one. Then we went to commercial break, and we promised part two. And I started out by asking Charles Barkley how easy it was to get in trouble on the road when he was playing.
It's very easy to get in trouble. You got drugs, you got alcohol, you got women. Trouble's always there. Trouble, you don't have to go on the road to get in trouble. It's at home, too.
But who helps you navigate that when you get to the NBA? Because you
Nobody helps you navigate. You got to surround yourself. First thing you got to do is get rid of your family and friends because they're the biggest freeloaders, and they'll never tell you no. They'll use up all your money, too, and they won't tell you no. You got to surround yourself with a few people who, number one, will tell you no, tell you how to invest your money, how to save your money, tell you, hey, you had too much to drink. I don't think we should be doing this pot, cocaine, all these drugs. That's the hardest thing, surrounding yourself with people, because these kids got the same stuff they just got more of it, and they got more money. But there's women, there's alcohol, there's drugs, that's everywhere, whether you're at home or on the road. And sometimes they can all get you in trouble if you don't control them. And they're readily available depending on how much money you got.
Well, how did you not get in trouble?
Oh, I've done stupid things. I never got into the drug thing.
But you'd smoked pot before.
Yeah, 5 times. I don't understand it. My friends keep trying to get me to smoke pot. I smoked pot like 5 times. It just makes me want potato chips. It doesn't do anything for me, Dan. And my friends love it. And I say, yo, y'all can do it. I'm just not going to do it. But pot does nothing for me. I just don't understand it. Like I said, I think I've done it maybe 4, 5 times at the most. And they're like, you got to try this, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, where the Lay's potato chips and Pringles at? But I've never gotten involved with drugs. I probably did some stupid stuff with women, for sure. But, man, it's there if you want it.
But also, when you think about it, if you go to a team, a bad team, or a team that's the culture.
Yeah, but every guy's not involved in the culture. Like, there's guys on teams I've been on, they like to do drugs. You don't have to hang out with those guys. But in bottom line, you got to make your own decisions. I chose not to do drugs. I didn't judge other guys who did drugs. That's them. There's guys, I probably drank too much because I like to drink. But I think the biggest thing you need to be a great player is have a good coaching staff. That's probably the most important thing, the coaching staff. I think more players get ruined by bad coaching staffs because the coaches are cowards. They're scared to coach. Like, I wanted a Pat Riley. I had a great coach, Billy Cunningham, a Greg Popovich. But most of these coaches today, they're cowards because the players make so much money, they don't have them under control. The players run the team. And the coach needs to realize that player going to get him fired. But we have taken the power from the coaches away because the players make so much money. But I say bad coaches have ruined more players than anything in the NBA.
I was wondering this question, if this would be asked on LeBron's podcast. And tell me how you would interpret this. Let's say Steve Nash says to Kevin Durant, and LeBron is there, and he says, do you think you're better than LeBron? Do you think it's a fair question to ask KD? And what do you think KD would say?
Well, I think all questions are fair. You have the right to answer them. I think KD, his answer should be yes. You got to always think you can't be a great player if you think other players are better than you. They're going to have to prove they're better than you. Do I think KD is as good as LeBron? I do not, because I don't think he has his leadership qualities. But that's a fair question, but KD's answer should be yes.
But did you think you were better than Bird?
Yes. Yes.
Did you think you were better than Jordan?
Yes.
Was there anybody you didn't think you were better than?
Dan, let me tell you this, and I've talked about this publicly before, I did not think Michael Jordan was better than me until he beat me in the finals. Because when I was in Philly, we actually had success against them, and then they got good, and then they beat us in the playoffs one year, but I thought it was just because he had some better players around him. When I got traded to Phoenix, I says, Chuck Daly had told me, he says, you're the second best player in the world. I says, I'm the best player in the world. He says, no, that guy right over there is the best player in the world. I said, well, I'm going to prove it to your ass this year when we play them in the finals. He says, Chuck says, I didn't realize how great you were, except getting to watch you play every day, how easy the game is for you. You can play with anybody. This is doing the Dream Team practice. And I said, Coach, Chuck, I'm the best player in the world. I'm going to prove it to you. I said, we're going to play the Bulls in the finals. And I remember telling the guys that going in training camp, I said, we're going to play the Bulls in the finals. He said, how you know that? I said, because I'm the best damn player in the world, and I'm going to prove it. I said, we're going to play the Bulls, and I'm going to prove I'm the best player in the world. And I remember going home after game 2. My daughter was upset, crying, because we lost the first 2 games. I says, hey, just relax. We're going to be fine. I said, but I got to tell you something. I ain't never said this in my life. I think that guy might be better at basketball than I am. And I said, but I think I'm better, and we'll be fine. Then we win game 3, lose game 4, win game 5, come back home for game 6. And my daughter, I says, I told you, I think I'm the best player in the world, and I'm going to prove it. And then they beat us. I remember telling her, I says, I ain't never said this to you before. That guy's better at basketball than me. And that's the first time I'd ever, because it's a team game. But once I got Dan Marlin and Kevin Johnson, I said, we can beat anybody. We can beat anybody. But, yeah, I thought Michael Jordan was a better player than me. That's the only player I ever played against I thought was better than me.
Magic?
Magic had James Worthy and Kareem, and Magic is great. You know, we owe all our success in the NBA to Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. They're the 2 most important people in NBA history. They're the reason the NBA makes some money today. Obviously, Michael took it to a whole nother level. But if it wasn't for Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, the NBA wouldn't be what it was today, plain and simple.
What if Bird doesn't injure his back?
Well, he's still one of the greatest players ever. I mean, you know.
Because what was it, a 10-year career?
I think it was more than that. But you have to factor in, though, then the physicality of the game. We all had to go to college for 3 and 4 years. You know, these guys, number one, bless these guys. They make a deal how long they play. Number one, they never went to college. And also, there's no physicality. You have to factor in these guys I played 3 years of college. I think Bird played 4 years of college. Michael played 3 years of college. Tim Duncan played 4 years of college. David Robinson played 4 years of college. So the guys talk about, well, these guys, like I say, and listen, it's a different game now because no physicality, but you have to factor in all the years some of these guys lost going to college. You know, I think Bird went to college. I mean, he went to 2 or 3 schools, if I remember correctly, before he went to Indiana State. But Bird, man, he was amazing.
It feels like there's probably more stories about Bird that are told than any other player.
Because he was the best trash talker ever. So Leon Wood was one of my teammates, and we're sitting in the locker room getting ready for the three-point shooting contest. And I was kind of just talking to Leon, trying to calm him down and get all these three-point shooters in there. Bird comes in and says, which one of you is going to come in second place? So, like, which one of you going to come in second place?
So first words through the door.
Which one of you going to come in second place? Dan?
It was over.
I'm sitting around. Nobody said nothing. It was one of the best scenes I've ever, I'm looking around. I'm not in the contest, so I can't say anything. Nobody said a word. And I said, man, I wish we had casinos. We could bet on Larry Bird gonna win this three-point shooting contest. Because nobody said a thing. I mean, I was like, this thing is over. This is a wrap.
Did Larry and Dr. J ever talk about that fight that they had?
So I'm still mad that the NBA fined me.
Yeah, you were holding.
I wasn't, see, I grabbed him to break it up. I didn't know Doc was punching him. I just remember, Bert, Chuck, y'all better get this old man off me.
Wait, you saying that about Dr. J?
Yeah.
Oh.
Chuck, killing him too. Yo, man, y'all better get this old man off me. He says this 5, 6, 7 times. Doc is grinding now, trying to stop him. And Bird rolling. I'm gonna kill this old man if y'all don't get him off me. And next thing I know, Doc just snaps. And I just grab Bird, and I'm still mad. I'm telling you, the NBA fined me for holding. I said, first of all, I would never hold somebody unless somebody, I didn't know, I just tried to break it up. I didn't know Doc was punching him. But man, after he said about the 5th or 6th time about get this old man off me, Doc just snapped.
So Larry's taking it to Dr. J.
This might be Doc's last year. It was one of his last couple years. It may have been his last year. And Bird just killing him and talking trash the whole time. And boy, Doc just snapped.
Did they ever talk about this?
No. No. That was nothing to talk about.
I don't know if Larry would ever say, you know what?
No.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have.
Man, Dan,
I know, but there's Dr. J. He's royalty.
Let me tell you something.
Treat him
No, let me tell you something about this.
dignity.
Let me tell you something about the Sixers and the Celtics. My first experience. So, you know, these old vets, Doc, Bobby Jones, Reese Cheeks, Moses, they don't care about the preseason. It's just like, it's basically a glorified scrimmage. So we play like the first 4 or 5 games. We go to play the Celtics. Guys are goofing around the first 4 or 5 exhibition games. There's not a sound going on. I pull Andrew Toney aside. I says, is somebody sick or hurt or something? He says, it's the Celtics. And I said, what? He says, it's the Celtics.
So preseason.
Preseason. Every time we played the Celtics, it was a different vibe. Anytime we played the Lakers, it was different because Moses was going to try to kill Kareem because Kareem was the and Moses thought he never got his just due, and I don't believe he got it either. But when we played the Celtics, man, regular season, playoffs, it was a different vibe in the building. It was. It was.
It's great to see you.
Hey, man.
Good luck.
Hey, I'm proud of you, Dan. You know, your career, to have a career as long as you've had it, you have to be talented, number one. You have to have a great work ethic, and people have to like you. How many years you been doing this now?
Probably 40, almost 40 years.
Man, you like me, man. You're going to go your whole life without working. I'm on a 6.
Oh, no, I work. Look at the guys I'm with. No, I work.
This is like stealing, Dan.
This is work.
This is like stealing.
Yeah. This isn't exactly your Phoenix Suns team that I've got.
No,
here.
this is my Philadelphia 76er team.
The team you wanted out of.
That's right. No, this is right.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, it's so funny. Jimmy Loudon, one of my favorite people. Billy Connors, my best coach I ever had. 2 of my favorites are Rudy Tomjanovich and Jim Loudon. We're playing the Celtics in the playoffs. I says, Jim, look out there. Right before tip-off. That's Bird, McHale, and Parrish. I got Shelton Jones and Manute. He says, good luck. I love Jim. Like, every time I see him, he says, good luck.
Good luck. And I'll leave you with that.
I'll leave you with that. Hey, guy, thanks for having me, brother.
Thank you, man.
All right,
Thank
be
you,
safe.
Charles.